Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna start off with one of my locks of the week, and unfortunately, I will be picking against the New York Giants here. We got the San Francisco 49ers at home on a short week versus the New York Giants, who will likely be missing two of their three best players in Andrew Thomas and Saquon Barkley, as well as their starting left guard. Probably a couple other guys I'm completely forgetting that we're going to be missing. We're pretty banged up right now. And this is just such a massive disadvantage and a mismatch. That 49ers defensive line versus the Giants banged up offensive line, it isn't going to even be fair. I don't expect this game to be close. If it is close, I will be very impressed and very happy and very optimistic for the rest of the season if they can at least compete with the San Francisco 49ers. But after getting destroyed by the Dallas Cowboys and having an abysmal first half versus the Arizona Cardinals, I don't think right now, with all of our injuries and the way we've been playing, we are even in a position to have a close game with the 49ers, who have been dominating since they've all season, and of course last season in playoffs. So that is one of my locks of the week. I do think the 49ers are going to dominate. Another lock I'm going to go with is the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Houston Texans. I love how CJ Stroud has looked, don't get me wrong. I think he's been a very impressive rookie QB. A lot more impressive than I thought. I thought CJ Stroud was really going to struggle as a rookie, especially on that Houston Texans team. But week 2, he balled out versus Indianapolis, and I just think he's looked very impressive so far. So, but despite that, I think this is the Jaguars' game to lose. The Jaguars should still be the favorite for the division. I still think the Jaguars are a very good team and should handle the Houston Texans quite easily. Now my upset of the week. I felt like this was a little tough. There weren't a lot of great options to go with for an upset. But the one I ended up choosing was the Minnesota Vikings over the LA Chargers. I'm not super confident about this. I do think, if I had to guess, the Chargers are probably going to get their first win here. But both of these teams have looked very unimpressive. I don't think anybody expected both of these teams to be 0-2 at this point of the season, especially the Chargers. The Chargers, I at least thought would make the wild card, but at this rate, it doesn't seem like that's even going to happen. Brandon Staley's probably going to get out of there. The Vikings, they look kind of a mess. The defense isn't good. Kirk Cousins has been solid, but just not doing enough to win them games. And I just think they have so many problems on their own. Both of these teams do. But, the Vikings and this is going to be an absolutely hilarious game. Both of these teams are a mess. Both of these teams are cursed. And when it comes to something like that, anybody's got a chance. So I'm going to go with the Vikings for my shock of the week.
All right, my first lock of the week is, like Sean said, 49ers over Giants. I feel like the 49ers are just going to put Daniel Jones on black.com on national television because the way they're going to attack Daniel Jones, that defensive line, they're going to put that man to sleep. It's going to be like a Mia Khalifa porn scene, what the Niners are about to do to Daniel Jones. And it's going to be hilarious seeing Sean suffer because the 49ers are going to destroy Daniel Jones. Ain't no way Daniel Jones is doing what he did against the Cardinals yesterday. 49ers are, oh man, it's going to be fun. PC, I hope you're going to watch this, man. I know you're going to enjoy Daniel Jones get put to the ground every single time by every single 49ers D lineman, by Fred Warner, by Nick Bosa, by all those people. It's going to be hilarious because I'm certainly going to watch a little bit, and I'm going to enjoy Sean suffering because no Andrew Thomas and no Saquon Barkley to carry your bum-ass offense. So, 49ers over the Giants. No, that's my first lock. My second lock, I'm picking the Ravens over the Colts. My Ravens are absolutely on fire, and I don't know if Anthony Richardson's playing next week. I think Gardner Minshew might start. The Colts, I'm not sleeping on the Colts, but the Ravens are absolutely cooking. Lamar Jackson is shaking the rust off, and I feel like Zay Flowers is going to get his first NFL touchdown next week. So I'm picking the Ravens over the Colts as my second lock. But my upset is going to be, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Tampa because Baker Mayfield is looking like Oklahoma Baker Mayfield. The defense is still elite, and the Mike Evans is probably on pace for another 1,000-yard receiving season because the Philadelphia Eagles secondary is cooked. And I feel like Mike Evans is about to wreak havoc on the Philadelphia Eagles at home in Tampa Bay with the way Baker Mayfield is playing. Baker Mayfield is playing like the first overall pick, Baker Mayfield. This is the Baker Mayfield that the Browns expected. But the Browns were always brown. So every time a player leaves the Browns, they get better. It's what it is. That's what happens. But I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to upset the Philadelphia 76ers. And not only that Sean gets to suffer, I get to see PC suffer. So the Ravens win, and the two biggest rivals of me, PC and Sean, get to lose. I mean, it's a great Sunday. It's going to be a great Sunday because I know this is going to happen. This is going to be great. This is going to feed families, and I can't wait. Let's move on.
Anyways, so for my first slide, go ahead and give me the Dolphins over the Broncos, 35-33. I think it's going to be another close game like it was with that we had with the Commanders yesterday. But honestly, I would not be surprised if the Dolphins drop 50+ on us. Our defense is just absolutely cooked. Vance Joseph, you are a menace to society. It didn't work the first time when you were the head coach. I was not happy when they brought you back to be the defensive coordinator for this specific reason. You weren't a good defensive coordinator in Arizona. You weren't a good defensive coordinator wherever the hell whatever the hell teams you went to after you left us. You're just not that dude. And thank you so much. We finally get a top 5 offense in the NFL, bro. And then you come here and you have to stink it up on the defense. So go ahead and just lock the Dolphins in over the Broncos. This is going to be an ugly game. And like I said, I would not be surprised if they drop 50+ on us. For number 2, I decided to go with the Ravens over the Colts, 28-23. I think it's going to be a very close game that a lot of people expect. But the Ravens will end up eventually getting the win because they have Lamar Jackson at the end of the day. I think I'm not sure if Anthony Richardson is supposed to play. Sean, maybe you know a little bit. I know he suffered an injury, but I'm assuming he'll play this game. If he does play, I'm expecting a big game from him to show people why he was the 4th overall draft pick. Anthony Richardson has looked really, really good this year with his arm and his legs. And I think that, honestly, it'll play effect, and that's going to catch the Ravens defense off guard just a little bit, but I still expect them to get the win at the end of the day, 28-23. So go ahead and lock the Ravens over the Colts. For my shock of the week, and I just want you guys to hear this side, all right? Well, not Dezzy, because she's not going to like it. I'm going to go with the Commanders over the Bills, 33-30. Just hear me out, PC. And I need people too, because I'm going to take an opportunity to shout out my dude, Eric Bieniemy. Did you guys know that Eric Bieniemy, that was the first 35-point game that the Washington Commanders had since, I think, in like the last 5-6 years. It's been that long. PC, did you know this, bro? Eric Bieniemy went to the Commanders, right? Did you know that the 25 points that the Chiefs were averaging last year dropped to 18 after he left? They're averaging 18 points. I understand it's only the first 2 weeks in. I understand that. But shout out Eric Bieniemy, bro. There's a lot of people were taking shots at this man, telling him, oh, it was all Andy Reid. It was all Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. Eric Bieniemy was just lucky to even be in that opportunity. That's why this guy can't get a job, blah, blah, blah. And this dude goes to the Washington Commanders and has them looking like a legitimate offense in the NFL for the first time since they were called the Washington Redskins. Shout out to Eric Bieniemy. I just wanted to take that. But honestly, I think he's going to shock a lot of people again this week after he did yesterday when he came back from 21 points down against us. I think he's going to go into, I don't know if the game is in Buffalo or if it's in Washington. I don't care. Bottom line is I think Eric Bieniemy is going to do enough with Sam Howell. I think this offense is going to do enough. This defense is very, very underrated. I think they're going to be able to do just enough to get the win over the Bills. I think this is going to be one of those games where Josh Allen is going to be that Josh Allen where he does just a little too much and turns the ball over a little too much, whether it's fumbles or interceptions. At the end of the day, I think that the Commanders are going to win this game by 3. I think it's going to come down to a field goal within the last couple of seconds in the fourth quarter, and I think they'll end up getting the win. Dezzy, don't hate me. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, I just really believe in the Commanders, and I like what they're doing. But yeah, that's going to be my two locks. 49ers over the Giants, Ravens over the Colts, and then my NFL shock is going to be the Commanders over the Bills by 3.
My first lock of the week, it's going to be the Chiefs over the Bears. Like I mentioned, the Bears, y'all got some soul searching to do, man. And the Chiefs certainly getting better by the week. That 18 points per game, yeah, that's about to go up by like at least 5 points after this game. I think they're gonna rout the Bears and Arrowhead this week. That's my first lock. My second lock of the week, give me the Cowboys over the Cardinals. We're gonna keep continuing to push this recency bias about the Cowboys, and yeah, they're gonna take care of business against the Cardinals. And I think they're gonna rout the Cardinals as they should, because Cardinals, they're bad. And for my upset or my shock of the week, I'm going to go because I checked the spread for this game, and currently the home team is actually favored. I'm going to go with the Titans over the Browns. The Titans, hey, they don't have the best quarterback in the world. They have Ryan Tannehill playing, but they just won a very tough overtime game against the Chargers. And, they're now taking on a much more stout defense, but offense that is at best one-dimensional. I think that they are more than capable with their offense of taking care of business and going into Cleveland and picking up the upset victory. So give me the Titans as my shock of the week.
For my first lock of the week, I'm going to go with the Ravens over the Colts. The Colts might not be with Anthony Richardson this weekend, concussion protocol. Gardner Minshew is starting. Tough place to win in Baltimore. So I have to go with the Ravens over there. And my second lock of the week, I'm going to go with the Jaguars over the Texans. I know the Texans are 0-2. They're a mess. And I think the Jaguars being at home, I know it's a division game. I think the Jaguars are going to pull off a big blowout W against the Texans. And for my upset of the week, I'm going to go with the Steelers over the Raiders. The Raiders are 2-point favorites from what I saw. And I just don't trust them at all. I think the Steelers are going to beat them. They got a bounce-back game Monday night. I think they're going to go into Vegas and they're going to win by a touchdown.
For my first lock,
In dreams.
oh Lord, I'm going with the 49ers over the Giants. The Giants they're the Giants. It's a lot of stuff they have to work on. The 49ers defense is just like that. Daniel Jones is going to be running for his life yet again. Saquon is out, even though they really don't matter for them right now. But yeah, I'm going with the 49ers over the Giants. For my next lock, I'm going with the Dolphins over the Broncos. The Broncos they're just cursed. I don't know. They're going to just explode all over Denver's defense. I don't trust Denver's offense. They don't put up enough points. So yeah, I'm rolling with the Dolphins. And for my shock, I am going with the Rams over the Bengals. Joe Burrow is hurt, I guess. That's his excuse. Maybe, maybe not. Rams just been nice to me. I like what they're doing. So yeah, I'm going with the Rams over the Bengals.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you made it to the end of the video so you can hear the voice of the sexy co-host PK, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the audio EPs in the description below where you can listen to me on PK.